This is Friday, April 25th, 1969. Today, a stainless steel time capsule was sealed into the concrete foundations of Tisch Hall, now being constructed to house the School of Commerce at New York University. Made possible by a $2 million gift from the Tisch family of Lowe's Hotels and Theaters, this red sandstone and glass building just off Washington Square has been designed for a program to turn out the leaders in business and industry of the next century. This audio tape, included in the time capsule, has recorded on it 5 statements predicting what education, economic conditions, and government will be like in New York City 50 years from now. The forecasters are Mayor John V. Lindsay, New York University President James M. Hester, Dean Abraham L. Gitlow of the School of Commerce, economist Jules Bachman of the School of Commerce faculty, and graduating honor student Peter Brophy. The next time these predictions will be heard, they will be history, and it will be April 25th, 2019.
This is John V. Lindsay, Mayor of the City of New York. The kind of city we have 50 years from now will be determined by whether people are willing, during that time span, to put as much into New York as they take from New York.
I am James M. Hester, the President of New York University. In the year 2019, knowledge will continue to be the most critical need of society. The potentialities of increasingly sophisticated technology and the pressing demands of social and political problems will require an ever greater development and dissemination of knowledge about man and his environment. Coupled with this, the opportunities of abundant leisure will stimulate more inquisitive and organized intellectual and cultural lives. As a result, education will become a lifelong activity, as the need to acquire new knowledge requires continued formalized learning and research. Postdoctoral study will become so essential in many disciplines that a variety of degrees beyond the PhD level will be created. All this can lead to making universities the pivotal institutions of civilization in the 21st century.
This is Abraham L. Gitlow, Dean of the School of Commerce of New York University. By the year 2019, Americans will see the triumph of production over poverty as a consequence of the growth and widespread diffusion of knowledge. Attention will be focused on the quality and social value of business goals and methods. Profit will remain, but more and more it will be won in the most beneficial ways, without pollution of atmosphere and waterways, without the litter, which is today's handmaiden of material wealth, with decent housing, with even more widespread educational opportunity, and with such taste and decency of values as to make our culture as exemplary as our technology. Schools of business will have played a vital role in this transformation by inspiring industry to enlarge its emphasis of the qualitative side of production.
This is Jules Bachman, Research Professor of Economics at New York University. Affluence and leisure time will be characteristic 50 years from now in an economy 8 times the present size. The education gap, the income gap, and the employment gap for minority groups will have about disappeared. Today's $6,500 a year office worker will be earning $20,000 for a 25 to 30-hour week. The school teacher will be making even more. The young business executive still on the way up will have an income of about $50,000. This is a measure of real growth, not inflation. The luxury of 1969 will be the commonplace necessity in 2019. The housewife with her completely automatic kitchen will wonder what to do with it in the light of all the foods prepared in advance.
This is Peter Brophy, a student at the School of Commerce. 50 years hence, education will begin in the womb and end at death, if death as such still exists. This intellectual metamorphosis will be a function of scientific discovery abetted by economic well-being. Currently, at the University of Witwatersrand in South Africa, Professor O.S. Haynes, the Dean of the Medical Faculty, has developed a technique causing greater fetal oxygenation, thus enhancing brain capacity. Children born to mothers participating in this experiment appear exceptionally precocious. This is merely one specific from which to extrapolate a society whose ability to ingest and develop ideas may be such that there will be few structured institutions of education. Each person in this best of all possible worlds will be capable of original research and unique contribution.